Facebook નું મારવાનું આવે. Facebook નું મારવાનું આવે. Why? Listen. Then wait.
Uncle, viewers lage, if they have any questions or comments, I'll encourage them.
You can see. You will get see on the phone.
Sorry?
On the phone.
Phone. Ne?
Getting a out of hand time. You don't get the. You are getting electric here.
Sorry.
Just catch the raw feed. Yeah. Second. You take a bit. Yeah. You take a bit. Also, okay, feed. Yeah. Live feed. Okay. What is it?
So, chip. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 18th annual hockey encounter between Leys College and Bishop's College right here at Police Park. We have just started the under 17 match. My name is Sanan Bazir. will be a host for this live commentary alongside a former royalist and a hockey player who is going to be with us this entire encounter, Mr. Tushara Hettihamu. Tushara, good to see you.
Likewise, Taran. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here live at the Quadrangle. And it's a wonderfully hot and humid day for hockey. As you can see, the Ladies College team and the Bishops College team have lined up. This is the under 17 game that's just about to get underway. The umpires are just checking the nets as is standard, just to make sure that all the netting is in place. And we are about to get the under 17 game underway at the 18th annual LCBC hockey encounter. Of course, the tally for this at the under 19 level or the first 11 has stands at 9-5 in favor of LC with 3 draws in the middle. There was a hiatus of about 2 years to run in this game during the COVID period. If I'm not mistaken, 2020 and 2021, they couldn't actually have this encounter, but they are back again in full force, and both these sides have done quite well in another tournament which I'm proud to be associated with, which is of Blue and Gold Hockey Sevens that we play out at the Royal College. and both these teams have done fairly well in the tournament. In fact, the team led by Timanya year before actually performed quite creditably, and we see the under-17 game underway to run.
Yes, indeed, Tushar. Like you said, back in 2020 and 2021, this encounter was not held due to the COVID period, but then in 2022, both schools started this encounter, which was held in a draw. And in 2023, which was last year, Ladies College were victorious. And just a bit of background from Tushar. And Tushar, would you mind giving the background for yourself to all our viewers here? For most of them, will probably be the first time watching this encounter, such as I am. My first actually game in hockey, which is going to be kind of exciting right now, as the under-17 is underway now, 14 minutes. And just to start a bit of background about yourself, former Royalist, playing for Royal as well, and a part of the national team as well, if I was not mistaken. A bit of background, how have the schools hockey have been going around these few years?
I think it's been amazing to see the talent that's been coming through the ranks. I think I started my hockey way back in 1991. We were one of the first sides that were actually privileged enough to get lease of the AstroTurf that was laid out at that point in time. And I remember playing at the under-17 level at the AstroTurf, and we had the experience, and the game changed drastically in field hockey with the advent of the AstroTurf, because the individual skill set versus the fitness levels that were required has changed completely. If I remember right, we had a very strong Asian ascendancy with India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka being amongst the top sides in the world. In fact, I think in 1959-60, Sri Lanka was ranked 6th in the world, and that was the highest I think that we've ever been ranked. But with the advent of AstroTurf, the European sides with their higher fitness levels, the game itself, the style of the game itself changed quite a lot, and you find teams like Australia, Netherlands, Germany, Great Britain coming through and actually stamping their authority on the game. From a schools hockey perspective, of course, the game has still continues to produce. Of course, Matale is known as the hotbed of hockey in Sri Lanka, and it has produced some amazing players that have done yeoman service for both Sri Lanka, their clubs, and the Mercantile arena as well. Myself, I was privileged enough to play in the Mercantiles at the under-21 level as well, and then continue to represent different sides along the way in the corporate sector. So it was wonderful because we had a wonderful team. As you see, the LC team just about mounting an attack on the D of the Bishopians, and it's pushed in but pushed wide. So as said, the fitness level and the strength that is required in the game has actually come up a lot, and I think BC has invested in a gentleman who was my batchmate as well, Sashika Kure, who's a strong taskmaster as far as fitness and the training is concerned. He was himself a star athlete in his college days and was wing three-quarter for Royal, believe it or not, although he finished up his national and national duties as well as his club duties as a prop forward. So imagine a wing three-quarter in his first 15 days at school playing out in as a prop forward. You can imagine the pace and the power that gentleman has. So Shashi and I go back a long way, so it's good to see that he's invested in this side, and I'm sure the Bishopians would have benefited from his expertise.
Yeah, yes indeed. Tushar, as before we move forward, I just want to mention the chief guest for this encounter is Miss Rosemary Ilangakun, a former LCide who has represented school for Ladies College in hockey, netball and athletics. Enthusiastic hockey player, and Miss Ilangakun has represented Sri Lanka schools team in Singapore and in Malaysia, and slated to play the Sri Lanka women's first 30 hockey pool in 2008, and was also the vice captain of the school hockey back in 2007. So prove your point, Tushar. Hockey has been such a huge game, even though it was not famously played in Sri Lanka, such as cricket and rugby and swimming here. But just to give you viewers a bit of background on this sport, chief guest none other than LCI, the past LCI as well as national player.
Yeah, indeed. I think when you speak of hockey in Sri Lanka, you can't forget the name of Walter Jayasuriya, a former Wesleyite who was known as the father of hockey in Sri Lanka. He was actually the gentleman who was instrumental in introducing the first ever senior nationals to Sri Lanka. He went and studied the game way back in 1950s, 1955 in India, got ideas on how to do it, and then he came and instated the whole senior national hockey tournament with the CHA being one of the prominent sides, the Colombo Hockey Association being one of the prominent sides that has come through. So speaking of hockey in Sri Lanka, you cannot forget the name of Walter Jayasuriya. As you see, the LCI is now just about mounting an attack outside the D, staunchly defended by the Bishopian side. Unfortunately, the ball was raced inside the D, so they take it out and they push it out to the midfield. Of course, I've seen these sides in action, Tehran, at the sevens level, where we have seen them really coming through. And Timanya Alepolo, of course, is one player that I have seen in action, comes from a strong hockey family. Father Deva is also a Trinitian and a hockey player, and I have had the privilege of knowing him as well. But you see also, I believe there is a young Wadud in the Bishopian side as well. Ira Wadud, also another father is, of course, Sadi Wadud, who was again one of my contemporaries, a Trinitian. So he was also a brilliant hockey player for Trinity. There was a whole string of Waduds that played for Trinity, and number 15, Ira Wadud, is someone that we will see later on who's right now on the field in the under-17 game. So it's a strong history of hockey in both these sides as well. There's a lot of old players who have introduced their children into the game, and the legacy continues, as you see.
Thanks, Tushar. Well, there you have, ladies and gentlemen, a huge background history of hockey in Sri Lanka and in schools as well. So please drop down to Police Park to witness this spectacular encounter between Ladies College and Bishop's College for the 18th encounter. Now, Tushar, is another question from you. Obviously, Tushar has been a huge part of hockey just after he left school, being part of other matches, commentating live. Have you mentioned any changes in boys' schools and in girls' schools? Let's talk about girls' schools from now. How the change in hockey has been taking place?
Yeah, I think the competitiveness has definitely increased, and you've seen players coming through, and in recent past you have seen young players, especially in the girls. I remember at the recently concluded sevens, there was a young girl from Janadipati Balika Navala who was called up to represent the national side at just 17 years of age. And the tenacity and the power, I mean, she could have actually walked into the under 18 boys side even, because that was the kind of level of hockey that she was playing, and she single-handedly dragged that team into the finals by the scruff of the neck, as it were, because I mean the level of fitness and the level of involvement in hockey has actually increased a lot, and it's becoming quite popular now, and it's heartening to see that more and more young girls are actually taking the game forward. In fact, at the recently concluded Blue and Gold Hockey Sevens, we set up a little bit of a trust fund where we did a bit of a charity event where we managed to raise over $500,000, and we actually supported one of the schools in Kandy which was struggling for support with hockey equipment to the tune of ₹500,000. So I think that's a great thing that we were able to achieve, and Manik Divala College, of course, was the recipients of this, and we were recently able to hand over the equipment and hope that it will stand them in good stead. So it's good to see initiatives like that happening, and the game being fostered by people who actually have a love for the game. And if you look at the game itself, I think what has happened is, I remember when we were at under 15 level, we were actually introduced to the under 21 Sri Lanka side. That's the girls' side. Because the practice matches were held between the under 15 boys side from Royal, and our coach at that point, Rohan Disanayak, actually got us to play some practice games with the under 21 girls as well, because they felt that it helped to hone their skills. So this whole the whole male versus female games that are being played is actually helping these girls to come up stronger and be able to be more competitive at this level. And I think I had the chance to see some of the training sessions of the Bishopians as well, although I was not in a position to actually see the LC team in training. But I must say that their fitness and stamina levels have drastically improved over the year or so that Sashika has been in charge, and he's been able to do wonders for them. And the drills that they do and the continuous practice on the drills has helped them hone their skills as well. Of course, hopefully we'll be able to move this encounter to the AstroTurf in the not so distant future, because the game itself will then completely speed up, and the speed of the game will also change. As you can see, the grass court, while the Police Park is a beautiful grass court, there is a tendency for the ball to stop or bobble, and as a result the speed of the game tends to drop a little bit more. As you can see, the ball gets stuck, whereas in the turf you would not have that kind of situation. But I must say the Police Park is one of those grounds where it's a pleasure to play hockey if it's on a grass court. As you see, the LCI is mounting an attack on the left wing. A little bit of a dodge plan there. Unfortunately, managed to get herself entangled in that tackle, and the Bishopians come away with it. Quick clearance down the right. So as I was telling you, Taran, the game itself has evolved. I mean, in the earlier stages, it was a standard 5-3-2-1 format with 5 forwards, 3 midfielders, 2 backs, and a goalkeeper. But now the strategies have changed, the game has changed, so people, like in football, people tend to play to their strengths. Sometimes they have a sweeper up front or a sweeper at the back, depending on the strengths of the players, and sometimes they pack the midfield with 2 sweepers coming up on either wing to support the attack in trio. So, I mean, the structure of the game itself has changed, because with the advent of the turf and with the advent of more strategies coming into play, you can see that being adopted as well. Right now you can see the midfield is almost bare, because the LCIs have not really been able to build that midfield. And a quick clearance down the line, down the middle rather, and LC tried to walk away with it. Very well defended there by the Bishopian. Alina Fauzi is the one who's taken that hit, but stopped by the LC number 35, Dian Ratnayaka. The ball is laid back outside the 25 as the LCI try to mount an attack into the D. Once again pushed out of the danger zone. Of course, in hockey you have to be inside the D area to be able to score. No shot from outside will be counted if it hits the back of the board. So you have to get inside the D to be able to score your goals. As the BC team tried to clear it out, but well intercepted there. And you see Kristen Benjamin, I believe, who was there on the left wing for LC.
Speaking of fitness, Tushar, I can see a bit of a difference between the LC team and the Bishops team. The way the Bishopians have a huge fitness level right about now, which means Sashika Kuria has done a very good job in improving their fitness levels, especially during these hot, humid weather conditions. And let's talk about positions, Tushar. Do you mind explaining to all our viewers now? I am no hockey player. This is my first match actually, so I'm sure all our viewers as well. If I have any questions, please drop them down on the comment section. We'll be sure to answer them for you during the next few hours of this encounter. Will be right here, brought to you by Quadrangle Magazine, ladies and gentlemen. So please feel free to drop down here and witness this encounter. Tushar, back to the positions of the players. How would you know, of course, a professional hockey player, so how would you, can you please explain to me what positions are a major role for this team apart from the goalkeeper?
Correct. So, like I told you, there's 3 standard areas of play. You have the forward, the midfield, and the backs. And what you generally have, like I told you, is you have 2 backs, a left back and a right back, and then you have a midfield of a centre half, a left half, and a right half. And then on the front line, you have, starting from the left extreme, the left inside, the centre forward, the right inside, and the right extreme. But that's the old school hockey. Like I told you, the structures have now changed, and you have players with different levels of fitness. As you see, the Bishopians trying to make inroads into the LCD. LC seems to have, as you can see right now, LC is defending very, very hard, and that is what you would call a penalty corner that has just been awarded. So the penalty corner in the 11-a-side game, you have 5 players, including the goalkeeper. That's 4 people rushing, and the goalkeeper in goal actually to defend. And you have to basically, what you see there is the young lady with the ball in hand. She's called the injector. So she will supply the ball to the top of the D, and you have generally 2 batteries. And the ball is collected there, it's stopped, and then brought inside the D, and they go in for the goal. Very well kept there. Reverse stick shot, very powerful reverse stick shot actually by that number 5 Maika Tendakon for BC, and the LCIs come away with it. Very well defended by LC, because generally in international hockey, a penalty corner is almost an 80-90% chance of a goal being scored, because with the power of the international players and the modern day game, it generally ends up being a goal. And you have some specialists for penalty corners who are trained, and they have the batteries trained very well, and generally they work very hard on ensuring that you have a 90% chance of at least scoring a goal in a penalty corner situation. As you see the ball now inside the 25 of the BC team, and you can see a huge number of players in defense inside the D, and they take it back just to draw the defense out, the pack defense inside the D. Very well dodged there and taken over, but cleared out by the Bishopians down the left flank. Very well collected. They will kept a good player up there. That's normally a strategy that people do, because unlike in football, hockey now does not have an offside rule. So you can actually keep a player at the D right next to the opposing goalkeeper, even in order for you to be able to maximize that advantage. As you see the number 10 for BC, that's Tisha Pereira coming away with the ball. Unfortunately, the ball is delivered into the D, but nobody actually covering, and the LC fullback now brings the ball out. I believe it has been deflected and gone for a long corner. So even the long corner now is taken at the 25. Unfortunately, the reverse stick pass doesn't go well. It was raised into the face of the oncoming or the defending player, and that's considered a foul. And the ball is now cleared by LC. Again, LC need to consolidate on this position and see what they can do. The ball bobbles its way into the D, almost at the top of the D. Unfortunately, a little bit of aji-baji there at the top of the D, resulting in a free hit. So you have to take it 5 yards back. That's the standard. You see the number 19 there for LC. That is young Sehasa De Silva, who tried to make inroads, but the Bishopians come away with it, and this is a potential for a good counter. Two-on-one situation on the Bishopian attacker. She manages to win the ball back for her side. That is now in the hands of Maika Tendakon, and you are watching the LCBC 18th encounter here live on Quadrangle Media. It's a hot and humid day to run, and I'm sure that the young ladies out there must be sweating, and I believe they will actually have a mid-game water break as well, hopefully to rehydrate these young players, because it's very important to keep the hydration levels up in this kind of heat.
Yes, indeed, Tushar. Yes, indeed. Such a humid and sunny weather today. Tushar just asked about, in hockey, who is the most pressured player in any team? Because I can sense that the goalkeeper has to be ready at all costs. But would you know anyone who will be in the most pressurable situation?
It depends. It depends a lot to run on the strategy of the team, and generally, so you find some people who are extremely good. But I mean, if you look at the midfield, I think that's a crucial part of the team, the entire midfield, with the centre half being recognized as the distributor, the primary distributor. I mean, if you look at it in soccer, the midfielders are the ones that create the chances for the forwards, provide the opportunities for them to, make that. And so for me, the centre half or the central midfield position is a crucial position, and we have had some brilliant players in that position. I remember my teammate Manuj Abesri Gunawardana, who at 48 years of age is still one of the fittest people that I know. Brilliant player, bit short on temper in his school days, but has since improved a lot. But yeah, so he was a brilliant player. And then we had another wonderful right inside, one of the youngest players to play hockey for Sri Lanka. He was co-opted to the Sri Lanka side at the age of 16. That's Nadit Kudagama. A brilliant right inside, one of the best dribblers that I have ever seen. Was very brilliant stick work, and still to this day, even we find it very difficult to tackle him even at the masters level when he's playing. So different sides have produced different brilliant players, and you sometimes find the goal creators being more important than the actual goal scorers themselves. So that's something that I can vouch for, because with the side that I played with, we are considered the dream team of that era, where we hardly lost a match at all, and we remained unbeaten. I think there was only one game that we lost in our entirety from under 13 to our first 11 era. So it's heartening to see that some sides are coming up and doing their game. So for me, I think the midfield is a very important position, and one of the most brilliant players I've seen is Nadit Kudagama, who was the right inside. Sadly, our centre forward Omar Khattab Roshan is no longer with us. He passed away, but again, he was a very opportunistic centre forward, because I mean there was a lot of good work done by both the left inside and the right inside in Helaviku Matauda and Adit Kudagama, who created the opportunities for those players, and Khattab just had some tap-ins at a certain point in time. So it was a pleasure to be part of that team and be involved with that team as well. As you see the halftime at Quadrangle, this is the LCBC Encounter, the 18th edition. The tally stands 9-5 in favor of LC with 3 draws, and we have had a scoreless first half.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track. Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Settle for less when it comes to your education. You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia.
Counter brought to you live by Quadrangle Media. Quadrangle.lk, you are watching us live. Please do join us and please do comment, share your questions if you have anything. It's an enthralling encounter. You are just watching the Under-17 game, the second quarter of the Under-17 game being played out. Prolonged break because of the heat and the humidity. The young players, we don't want them to suffer as BC get the game underway for the second quarter. Taran, you yourself have played multiple sports in your school career as well. You've been a rugby player, I believe.
Yes, indeed, Tushar, a rugby player as well as a water polo player, did a couple of swimming as well. I noticed this is my first hockey match, I told Tushar. So when I noticed the players, the game plan for the rules and everything, there's a similar background to most of the sports that I have learned and played. So when you talk about the D, it happens as well as in water polo, where you can shoot the score once you make a D from the opposition's half. And when it comes to the forward, the back, the sweeper, the VT, it's a combination of rugby as well, where the two corner players in hockey, I don't know, the sweep, the wings.
Yes, that's right.
It's mostly the fastest and the most agility person who can handle the ball or the stick or whatever it is, the equipment that they use. So it's kind of a similar background of my sports, which is kind of interesting as well. So if anyone's watching this at home live, please drop down to Police Park, witness this spectacular encounter. We have just finished the first quarter, which is 15 minutes, and back on second quarter.
That's right, Taran. And as you rightly said, the wingers generally are the speediest players that you have on the side, same as in rugby. So, and the ball control skills are also something that you require to be. And interesting that you should mention water polo, because it's going to be a roaring weekend for water polo as well, with the RL Heyman Trophy about to be played out at the Sugatadasa Stadium today. Of course, that's the Royal Thomson encounter, inaugurated in 1992, I believe, and it's been played out as we speak with the junior sides as well. Royal has a pretty good side this year, but you never know the Thomsons with their grit, how they will fare.
Yes, indeed, Tushar. The under-19 match for the Heyman Trophy will begin at around 6 o'clock in the evening. My apologies, 6 o'clock in the evening. So if all our viewers after this can drop down to the Heyman Trophy, we'd much advised. It's going to be another hectic special encounter.
Absolutely right, Taran. But we are live here with the under-17 encounter of the LCBC hockey tournament, hockey match, the traditional hockey match that's played out between these two stalwarts, two staunch rivals in many an arena. As you can see, LC in the traditional red and white, playing from right to left of your screen, with BC in the purple and gold, playing from left to right. Another penalty corner awarded to Ladies College, as BC are staunchly defending their D. Like I told you, there's 5 people that will defend on a penalty corner, and you generally have 2 batteries. The result there was, I believe, block by the BC defender that led to that penalty corner. The ball is being injected here, and it's taken at the top of the D. Very well defended there by the on-rushing Bishopian, I believe it's Micah Tenakon or Alina Fauzi. I'm not quite sure. I didn't see the number clearly. It was either 5 or 6. So one of those 2 players. Again, these 2 girls seem to be part of the thing. Okay, a bit of a wild swing connected with Bishopian defender. Liniksha Bhaskaran. Thankfully, she seems to be okay as LCIs come again. Ball is injected into the D, and it's a long corner. The long corner traditionally used to be taken at the corner itself of the field, but since of late the rule has changed, so you bring the ball up to the 25-meter line and you take the long corner from there. That's how the rule change has happened. And even with the penalties, if this match were to go to penalties, I don't think, because it's not a trophy, it's not a tournament that requires a decision per se, but in a sudden death penalty shootout now, you have the running penalty as opposed to the penalty taken from the spot, where you have a number of seconds to complete the shot on goal. So the game itself has evolved with the pace and the requirement. As we see the crowd trickling into Police Park for this game. Obviously, we will have a larger crowd coming in for the first 11 encounter between these 2 sides. Very, very staunchly supported. Some vociferous supporters for both sides, Tehran.
Yes, indeed, Tushar. I can already say that both teams, the players from both teams, are finding really, really difficult to handle this weather right now. You can see that all of them are sweating, and they really deserve to finish this quarter as well in a jiffy. Just to mention about training, Tushar, just give us a bit of a background or explanation of how training is in hockey. Now, when you take rugby, it's full intense training. Water polo, the same. It's basically swimming up and down, threading. In rugby, it's the gym workout, it's the running up and down, the cardio. Just explain to us, Tushar, with your background in hockey especially, how the training is going to be like.
Yeah, so like in most sports, there are 2 aspects to it. The strength and conditioning part of it, which you spoke about, which is the intensity, building up of stamina, be able to, go for the long haul as far as the game is concerned.
Yeah.
And then there is the skills category, which is basically your dribbling, your dodging, your
Yeah.
tackling, the different drills that you do to help you with the ball control.
Yeah.
Because this game is all about ball control. And
Yes,
you
indeed,
know,
Tushar.
yeah,
When you see it right here, the players, the way they handle that stick, it's a combination of the wrist, the fingers, and the forearm. So you must be having a strong forearm. The entire arm should be in good condition.
absolutely right. So the stick is firmly gripped in your left hand, that's the controlling hand, and the right hand is the guiding hand, and the ball is basically moved using that, and you use your right hand to guide the stick according to what you want. The power comes from the left hand, and the control comes from the right. So that's how you normally see it in. And as you see now, there's a powerful hit taken. So you basically you have when you are controlling the ball, you have your right hand mid stick, as it were, and you try to use that to leverage, to allow you to dribble or dodge or keep the ball very much in your control. Whereas when you join the two hands up at the top, that's when you get the power. Now you can see the hit being taken by the Bishopian defensive player. It's connected there in midfield. So, like I said, the rules themselves have been evolving quite drastically, Taran. I mean, those days you couldn't back into a player or turn your back onto a player. That would have been regarded as obstruction. But that obstruction rule has now been taken away, allowing more leeway for defenders and more chance to shield the ball from the defender for attacking players as well. So it's good to see that LCIs are coming away with it. The ball is being brought forward by Sohania Dimel, who passes out to the left wing. Unfortunately, not enough pace for that player to be able to catch up to it. A bit of a Hail Mary pass kind of thing. Sohania's pass out to the left. There you can see not being read by her fellow teammate, and the Bishopians have a line ball that they can take out. Once again, the ball is unduly raised and goes out of play, so the LCIs now have a chance to mount an attack inside the 25-meter line of the Bishopians. Kasishi just lost control of that and played that out of the field of play. And also in a defensive situation, you have to give a 5-meter or a 5-yard distance to the player who is taking the free hit or the free ball that they are getting. So you know those rules are actually there for player safety, to allow for an undue race ball or a powerful hit, so that you have time to either avoid it or be in a position to defend against it. If you are just joining us, we have just about 6 and change in the second quarter of the LCBC 18th annual hockey encounter here at the Police Park. You are watching the under-17 game, the under-19 game, or the first 11 game is yet to commence. That should get underway around about 4 o'clock. As you see, the LCIs having yet another penalty corner. So once again, 2 or 3 potential batteries there, passed out to the right, trying to get away from the on-rushing defense. Golden opportunity there for the LC player Amani Imran. She had an amazing opportunity. If you could just see a replay of that. As you can see, the ball was injected, pushed out wide, and the ball was sent across the face of goal there
A
by...
clean shot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fortunately, the goalkeeper was at a complete loss, but couldn't capitalize on that. Amani Imran had a golden opportunity. I think she's the skipper of the side, if I'm not mistaken. So she could have actually put the game into contention with that shot, but the Bishopians are lucky enough to come away with it.
Indeed, impressive defense from the Bishopian goalkeeper, I would say.
Indeed, and as you can see, it's a very hard ball. It's like almost the same weight as a cricket ball, and it's a plastic ball. So,
Right.
so the protection on the shins is very important.
Right.
You have very strong shin pads that they use,
Yeah.
and lots of players. And the goalkeeper, as you can see, is fully covered up because
Indeed.
there's no mercy, and it's a very thankless job to be the goalkeeper in this kind of situation.
So, Sir, would you say the most common injury in hockey would be the shin injury for the players, and the goalkeeper is fully wrapped up, so I would say. But for the players, it's most the shin injury, right?
Yeah, there's tendency to do that, but with the new fishing guards and the new tech and the new polymers that are being used, that has drastically lessened. But you would be surprised as to how often people get hit because on the ankle area or the shin area. And now with the aerial ball being used a lot, especially in the men's and women's game internationally, you can see a lot of people. But that's something that you don't see in women's or girls hockey as much, because that requires a lot of power to be able to raise the ball and scoop it, as it were. I've seen international players who are able to scoop the ball from D to D virtually. So that's the kind of power that they have, and that's a great way to beat a defense, because it takes the entire defensive pattern out of the game. It requires a lot of power and a bottom hand as well, and LCI has come away with it in midfield. Unfortunately, not the best of passes in midfield, giving LC another opportunity.
We just 3 minutes left for the second quarter. The LCIs have been dropping in fitness, I would say, to start.
Yeah, I think
We're losing the ball at most times to the Bishopian side, which have an incredible fitness level, by the way.
I know it is, but strangely enough, even with the fitness levels that the Bishopians are having, they have not been able to create many chances at the other end of the field. I mean, we've seen no less than about 5 penalty corners going the way of the LCIs. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on those. But we are yet to see BC take even one penalty corner opportunity in this under-17 game. Maybe different, as you see a great bit of skill there shown by the right wing, being able to dodge, but unfortunately a little bit too much of the body being used by that player, and BC tried to come away with the ball yet again. It's a great chance for BC to counter. They seem to be finding there. Hannah Daniel there on the left wing, managing to work through the defense. See, very tenacious bit of defending there by the LCIs. And there you have it. The first, if I'm not mistaken, the first or second penalty corner for BC. So an opportunity pretty much against the run of play. LC have been parked almost on the inside the BC half for most of this game, but we see now a random penalty corner being awarded to BC. Hopefully they may be able to capitalize on this far better than the LCIs were able to. Yeah, the injection is being done by Tirsha Pereira of BC. Not the best of this thing, not the best of his. Hannah Daniel again trying to get the ball away, but cleared out by LC. It goes through. The fullback is able to collect it, and here come BC once again. Pushed across the face of goal. Good bit of skill there by the tracking back player, as number 20, Sohanya Dimel, is in possession of the ball. Unfortunately commits a foul and turns over possession. So BC now try to counter. Good strong hit into the D. Taken in. I think that's Hannah Daniel, I believe, in a position to take a shot on goal. And it's another penalty corner. So it seems that it's a spate of penalty corners at either end. But unfortunately, both sides not being able to use that golden opportunity, because the injection of the ball is not done very much at pace. If you watch the men's game, if you watch the boys' game, you'll see that the ball is injected at a far better pace, which actually allows you to have a more stronger shot on goal. So you can see, unfortunately, she slipped there while trying to deliver the ball across the D. Of course, footwear is important.
I think that's why I mentioned the ankle injury, Tushar.
Yeah.
One slip will literally put you out.
There's so many other opportunities for you to be able to, enjoy yourself. Of course, footwear is very important in this game as well. I mean, on the grass court, you can play with the traditional boots, kind of like the rugby boots, but
Right.
the turf requires a special type of shoe, which is the turf
Indeed.
boot, which has more of a smaller
Uh,
rubber stud kind
Which
of
grips
thing.
it a bit more.
Yeah, it's more like the futsal
Right.
futsal shoe that you use kind of thing.
Right.
So the turf shoes, because the damage to the turf, the synthetic turf is what you try to avoid by not allowing that. But on grass court, you need something with a little bit more of a grip, which allows you to perhaps, gain more control over how you move, and especially because it's a game of dodging and weaving as well.
Yep.
Your footwear plays a very important part in this whole game. As you can see, Elsie once again trying to mount an attack. By our clock, we are at the end of the second quarter, as we see Minel Defonseca bringing the ball up. Unfortunately, running out of acreage, as it were, and the ball goes out of play, resulting in a D-top hit for 16-yard hit rather for the Bishopians. Just couldn't control it. Amani couldn't latch onto that push down the line. As you see, LC once again trying to make a counter down the right. Comes back in. Excellent position there. Excellent opportunity. And yes, required some illegal defending to ensure that the shot on goal was not taken. And
Such impressive trying from the LC side in order to score this type of shot. I mean, impressive defense by Bishops as well.
Excellent. And Yenuli Hangam again just couldn't get her shot away in time, and the crowd in BC defense managed to take it away from her, albeit illegally. As you see, the injection once again. Back to the injecting player. That is a standard ploy that we use nowadays, where the on-rushing defense is focused on the two batteries at the top of the D, and a quick pass back to the injecting player, because there is no offside, beats the on-rushing defense completely, allowing you for a side angle shot on goal. It's something that you see a lot in the game today, but unfortunately the execution of that wasn't the greatest, but the thought process was just about spot on. As you see, Minel Defonseca once again sending the ball rocketing towards the BC goal. Fortunately, none of the LC forwards were able to latch onto that pass. A great hit down the middle of the field. Nobody was able to latch on and anticipate that pass, because there were two LC players right up against the goalkeeper. As BC tried to desperately clear their lines again, and here come LC again. A great pass down to the left. Oh, very well defended though. Needed to be trapped cleanly and just moved back in on the double. Weren't able to do so, but LC seemed to have decided they want to play the game in the BC half. BC not able to get it out of there. I think you can see the LC players now, they have only about two defenders back, because most of them are in attack mode, as you can see, and quickly the covering defense is back. For BC, Tisha Pereira, who had that ball in hand. Unfortunately, once again not being able to control it there by the LC defender. I think that's Yenuli. Those are the things that can happen when you're over enthusiastic. You try to go for the ball, and with the dodge you end up, making contact with the leg or the foot of the opposing player. So again, the ball was stopped there. Ball was raised, and LC almost conceding the penalty corner there. They were going in for defense, but the umpire has actually given the ball to them, and they take it on the 16-yard line once again. Across the field of play, not the very best of clearances. You generally try to go for the sides when you clear from that position. Playing it into midfield from your D-top is not really the brightest idea if you are trying to clear your lines. You usually try to work it to the wings and get the ball to move away as far as from the goal. And from a defensive point of view, there's this old adage, you are basically closer to the ball, closer to the goal. So you basically position yourself according to the goal and you use it on a pivot, on an angle. As you see, the second quarter being just coming to a conclusion. I believe it was a game of two halves. I don't think it was played out in quarters. Yeah, so it was a game of two halves that they have played out. Net result, I don't see that we have any goals scored.
24. LC, we been victorious last year. I hope to see Bishops having a huge comeback for this year, hopefully.
Also, just a quick note on the ladies college coach as well, Mr. HMCH Bandara, of course, renowned hockey player himself. He played for Navy and Sri Lanka, and he has also had the honor of being an international umpire as well. So he has contributed towards this game in many, many ways. Of course, Dinesha as well, on the other hand, is one of the few female umpires that this country has produced in her own right from the Bishopian side. Brilliant hockey player in her own right as well. So it's good to see these players coming back and giving back to the game. We are at the end of the under 17 encounter of the LCBC. As you see, some of the live action and being played out. Couple of the replays of what the action was and how it ensued. So we'll be back in a little while with the under 19 or the first 11 encounter.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
We are back live with Quadrangle here at the Police Park, and you've just witnessed a
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast-track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle?
We are back live again on the 18th annual LCBC Hockey Encounter, coming to you from Police Park on quadrangle.lk. Taran?
Yes, indeed, Tushar. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the 18th LCBC Hockey Encounter. The Under-19 team is about to begin, as you can see on the screen. Very excited from my end, Tushar as well. We hopefully to see both teams give an epic game today and trying to find out who's going to take home this year's trophy. Tushar?
Indeed, LC of course led by Amani Imran and Netra Mukeshankar leading out the BC team, number 4 and number 3 respectively. Interesting to note that most of the under-17 side are actually playing the under-19 game as well. So it's
That's
good.
right, Tushar. Yes, the ones who have played the under-17 match earlier now at the bench, I see, for this under-19 game, which they will be substituted surely.
Absolutely, and actually some of them are actually starting as well, so it's good to see that they've actually given these young lasses an opportunity to experience the game at the highest level, at the schools level. As you see, LC lining up from left to right on your screen, and BC in the purple and gold lining up on playing from right to left. We are just about to get the game underway, and it looks like the weather gods have been kind to us in certain ways by taking away the heat of the day that we had earlier. It's become a bit overcast. Hope the rain gods will not come into play today to run.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a bit more condition for both us and the players right here. Yes, indeed, Tushar. And we are off. Hopefully, it doesn't become a wet situation for the players, especially for us right here at the commentary.
Absolutely right. As you can see, immediately BC making inroads into the LC half, trying to make sure that they gain ascendancy early on in the game. LC, of course, as I said earlier, led out by Amani Imran with Anya Aberatna, Timanya Alepola, Chiara Nierepola, Talia Di Fonseca, Pranali Brito, Raneka Patrana, Katia Di Silva, Minel Di Fonseca, Visita Aberatna, Yenuli Ahangama, Devinya Virakodi, Sohania Di Mel, and Ralia Jabir, as well as Rachel Fernando, Diana Ratnaka, Kristen Benjamin, and Seraya Di Silva. With BC being led out by Netra Mukeshankar, Maika Tennakon, whom we saw in the under-17 game as well, Hannah Daniel, Anika Tennakon, Bhagya Fernando, Esther Daniel, Ashali Patirana, Vinaya Pereira, Amisha Samrasinghe, Ira Vadud, Nesara Vikramanayaka, Alina Fauci, Dinara Kumar, Ananya Silva, Rohara Fernando, Liniksha Bhaskaran, Tirsha Pereira, Shanuki Desoisa, and Inakshi Bopearachi. Some good hockey genes out there on the field today, Taran.
Yes, indeed, Tushar. Kind of excited about what's going to happen at this encounter, what turnout's going to be. And Police Park is kind of gathering up the crowd, I can see, Tushar. If you all are watching this live, please feel free to drop down to the Police Park and witness this spectacular encounter.
Absolutely right, and the crowd has built up, and we can see some of the young supporters walking across the commentary box area as well as we speak. And it looks like LC has now got the ball first time in the BC half.
As much
This-
as young spectators, you can see some young cheerleaders, I would say, Tushar, with the pom-poms and everything from both sides.
Absolutely, the atmosphere is terrific, and you just saw Timania Alapola taking the center hit. She was the playmaker for them when LC played at the Blue and Gold Hockey Sevens as well. She has been with this side for quite a while, and she's what you would call the midfield general, as it were, for the LC side. Some interesting trivia. Of course, Timania's father was also a fullback for Trinity, played in the 125th anniversary edition, 125th year of hockey at Trinity. He was a Lion along with, I think, Roshan Rajature, who's a planter himself. And there was one other Lion in that side as well, if I'm not mistaken. But Deva's daughter is Timania, who's out there right now for LC as well. And the other gentleman, interestingly enough, is a gentleman by the name of Ghazali Wadud, whose younger brother Saadi's daughter is turning out for BC today, Ira Wadud. So as I said, good hockey genes on display for both sides. So it's great to see that the game is being kept alive at both these schools. As we see BC trying to make inroads into the LC half, stop there in the midfield area itself. Quick clearance by BC down the right flank, and the hair-in after it is the BC number 8. I believe that's Esther Daniel. Unfortunately, the ball is stripped away by Kiara Nierapola. And Kiara has the ball but tries to clear the lines. Doesn't do too much. Stolen back again by Esther. And she goes up in attack again. Another great opportunity for BC, reaching the goalkeeper's pad but cleared away by the LC goalkeeper there. So great work by the young lady in goal. Can't really make out her number at the moment. There are about 3 goalkeepers in this side, so not sure which one it is.
Both teams showing some impressive play in there, Tushar. I would like to say this weather is actually at a great level for both us and the players right now. You can see clearly that both teams are really comfortable with this weather condition, as well as they are playing. Their skills are over the roof, I would say, compared to the under-17 team, which really shows their fitness level as well as their training level, all put into good use.
Yes, definitely a certain level of skill has been infused with the introduction of the senior players into this side, and they seem to be controlling the game as BC have the first penalty corner of the match. Timania unfortunately tried a reverse stick clearance, couldn't really get it out of the D. So BC now have their 2 batteries lined up and ready to go. They have about 5 players in potential goal scoring positions. Quick injection, ball is not really stopped and moved into the D. Again a great shot, unfortunately is deflected out of play, and we go for a long corner. You can see there are 5 scoring options there, and number 9 takes the first shot. That's Bhagya Fernando, and the ball ricochets out to Esther Daniel, whose shot is deflected out of play. As you see, the long corner, and resulting in another penalty corner for BC. So BC mounting some early pressure on the LC defense here, and LC are hard pressed now. This is the second consecutive penalty corner they've conceded here, and hopefully they will be able to make a little bit more out of this than the earlier one that they did. Once again, it's the same combination going out to Esther Daniel. Bhagya Fernando. Goal line save there by Timania. It's a great bit of work in defense. The goalkeeper was beaten, but Timania was there as the last line of defense, and she brings it up to the D-top and clears it out. So you can see the goalkeeper well and truly beaten, but the last line of defense, Timania was able to take it out of the goal mouth virtually. And now it's BC once again in the ascendancy, trying to mount attack. BC are playing a really hard game, as you can see, very aggressive in their intent, making sure that they are stamping their authority trying to garner a win. Of course, as you know, they are behind in this series by 5-9 with 3 draws in the equation. So hoping to level the field a little bit more this year. BC have, from what I have seen, have a good chance of doing so.
Right now, Tushar, you can see both teams are under pressure of scoring the first points of this encounter, which I would advise you to take it easy right now before they make any mistakes which will lead to a bad condition for both teams. So best thing right now is to play it safe and hopefully they will somewhat gain a score easily by a less pressure situation, I would say, from both the coaches, teachers, parents, their batchmates, everyone cheering on them with that massive pressure on them. It's just about playing safe right now.
That's absolutely right, and the risk of having the aggressive intent with more players up in attack is that you leave yourself open for the counter, which the long ball from the back, and if you leave a floating forward up there, there's a one-on-one situation that can be created. So that's the danger that BC exposes themselves to.
Speaking of scoring points, Tushar, do you mind telling me and the viewers here how the scoring points work here in hockey?
Okay, so basically you have to be within the D, so it's called a goal, same as in football or soccer. So you score a goal and you have to basically take a shot on goal inside the D. That's the little semicircle that you see that is drawn on which covers the end goal area and comes out up to 16 yards from the goal at its furthest point. So that's taken from the center of the goal. As we see a quick ball being delivered, unfortunately the roving player there, the number 19 Yenuli Ahangama, was not able to collect that, and BC have to come with. So yeah, the shot on goal has to be taken from inside the D, or it can be deflected from inside the D if the shot is from outside of the D and needs to go into the goal. So that's the basic idea of how a goal is scored in hockey. There are many opportunities. You saw the penalty corners, which I talked about earlier, which basically is an opportunity for you to score a goal. And then you have the free field goals that you have, which is in open play. And there are rare instances when a penalty stroke is awarded, or penalty is awarded where it's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And those are the 3 main scoring opportunities that you have in hockey. So see the ball being very well managed there down the line by Amani. She's really put in her heart and soul in this. The captain of LC manages to come away with the ball again. Amani lays it out into the middle of the field. Unfortunately, backing into the player. So the disadvantage is you need to get the right angle when you're backing into a player. Otherwise, if you keep the ball too far away from your body, the umpire can blow against you, saying you are actually obstructing. Unfortunately, the long ball to the left there, not collected by the BC number 10, Tirsha Pereira. And LC have a line ball. In the olden days, the dead ball situation, you had to pass it to a player from a dead ball situation. But now the new rule is that you can actually pass it to yourself by taking it forward 1 meter and continue with open play. So those are all games, all little things that have been introduced to make the game more attractive and free-flowing, and to make it something that players and spectators can enjoy. As you can see, Taran, again, a quick decision change there as the number 9 for BC, Bhagya Fernando, whacks the ball towards the area. You see the instant replay of that, where the ball is taken away from that young lady, number 20, Sohania Dimel. But LC have the ball once again, and the free hit will now be taken by the number 15, Anya Aberatna. Good ball down the line, not defended by BC all that well, but somehow they managed to retrieve the ball, and the 25-meter line is where they take it from. The fullback for BC, Visiti Aberatna, is the one who actually takes that free hit. Takes it again down the middle. As you can see, the number 11. Unfortunately, the ball is raised off the stick of Kiara I'm sorry, of Hannah Daniel. Hannah Daniel, and the ball is now pushed back by LC. You can see Dinesha there urging on her young chargers. Another good player and an umpire in her own right, in charge of the BC side. This is the number 9 for BC. That's Bhagya Fernando, who injects the ball, but unfortunately the ball is raised, so that's a dangerous play, and LC now have the chance to come away with it. Yeah, so the other thing is, in the earlier days you could actually fake the hit by raising your stick when the tackler is coming in, but nowadays that is not allowed. You can't raise the stick and threaten to take a hit. You have to actually take the hit, and you can't really raise the stick and let the ball out of your control and block it with the body. So once again, little changes in the rules that have allowed the game to be a little bit more fair and free flowing, as I said.
Exactly. This is kind of similar to water polo, where if you want to take a shot at the goal, you're not supposed to fake it at once, you're supposed to shot it at once. Otherwise, the referee will tell the ball towards the other team. So it's somewhat similar to all the sports that I've played to shot exactly. So it's kind of amusing to see.
I think the general principles seem to be applied across the board in most of these sports. That's what you can see. As BC trying to come away with it again. Ball is deflected up and resulting in a bit of a dangerous play, because the race ball, as I said, it's a very hard ball. It's a very hard plastic ball. So the risk of injury once the ball is raised to the, as you can see, there's no padding or no protection for the face and the other upper body area. So you need to be very mindful of the race ball. If it puts the opposing player in danger, immediately the umpires will turn over the ball and give the free hit to the other side. As you see, LC try to counter. Once again, Timanya, the midfield general for LC, sends a thumping hit across the D, but unfortunately nobody able to connect with it. It's a game of two halves, as you know. So they are having, I believe they'll play a 30-minute half either way. So it's good to see that they've decided to start the game a little bit earlier than anticipated in order to avoid any interruption from the weather as well. Of course, hockey doesn't stop with the weather, as you know. I mean, like rugby and like other sports, and I believe the only game that stops is cricket. Other than that, most of the sports come hell or high water, unless there's thunder and lightning and a quick ball across the face of the goal. Once again, nobody at the far post to connect with it, to deflect it in. So BC, as I said, seem to be really putting their effort in. You can see the work being done there by young Esther Daniel. Esther and Bhagya seem to be the linchpins of this attack. They seem to be constantly up there, as there's a good bit of byplay there by the Bishopian number 10, Tisha Pereira. Here comes Amani. Bring the ball up. LC unfortunately loses control of the ball and it goes over the sideline. Turnover, BC ball, and BC has Ashali Patirana about to take the hit. And that seems to be the end of the first half. They seem to have called lemons, as it were. And the score remains 0-0 at the end of this first session of play between LC and BC at the 18th annual LC-BC hockey encounter here at the Police Park, brought to you by Quadrangle.lk, Tehran.
Indeed, Tushar. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have missed this first quarter, no worries. Please drop in for the next quarters that will happen at this encounter. Such a spectacular playing from both teams who haven't scored at this first quarter. So, Tushar, such impressive playing. From the start till the end, both teams did not show any lethargy or any tiredness throughout this game.
Yes, a quick bit of the highlights package. You can see it features heavily with the BC attack. You can see BC has mounted attack, and upon attack upon the LC goal, LC have been able to keep them at play, at bay, definitely.
While you're at it, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this live stream, please do hit the subscribe button and do ask us questions on the comments box. We will be sure to answer them with no hesitation. Me and Tushar will be here till 6 in the evening until the match is over.
We are back live again, and as you can see, LC are walking out, and the second session of play is about to commence. LC are now attacking again from left to right of your screen, with BC in their purple and gold attacking from right to left. So it's
Compared
good
to the
see.
under 17 break, Tushar, this was a 1 minute break, I believe. No?
That's
So-
right. A quick turnaround to ensure that the game continuity happens, and I guess they are all ready to try and beat the weather as well. As you can see, BC once again coming up strong, mounting another attack as well. We have once again the bands are playing, and we see BC once again with their number 5 Micah Tenakon mounting another attack. Great ball into the D there by the number 11 who's collected the ball, but unfortunately not able to make much headway. Hannah Daniel couldn't really make the connection, and net result is it's another penalty corner for LC. As you see, the first injection into the quick hit. Unfortunately, the player who was at the near post, who was there for the deflection, couldn't connect with it. But a great little ploy there by the BC side, and LC are able to once again come out and escape from this situation. They bring the ball up at the 16-yard. Quick clearance, stopped by the number 35 there for LC. That's Diana Ratnayaka. There you go. BC once again in the ascendancy, making their way into the Ladies College D. Another penalty corner. And we have a bit of a guest spot as well with us. We have an old LC player, well I won't say old, an old girl of LC, who's Anishka. Anishka, welcome to the quadrangle coverage of the 18th annual LCBC encounter.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here.
Great. So you would have taken part in this encounter as well. You would
Oh,
have played
yes.
out. And tell me a little bit about the history of it and what was the atmosphere. Who are you playing against? Do you still keep in touch with those players?
Yes. So actually, I captained the team in 2016, and my year the Bishopian captain was Amasha, and I could say that obviously, as always, it's pretty competitive, and we actually played at the AstroTurf. So we've had a lot of memories playing.
Great, and it's good to see that the AstroTurf is back once again, and good to see that it's in good condition. I'm sure you have fond memories, and I was one of the first batches to play on this turf as well in my era. So it was nice to see that the turf is back again. It was in a really derelict condition, but we managed to bring it back. As you see, LC once again mounting a very rare attack on the this thing. So how has the game changed, Anishka, in your opinion, over the years?
I could say that our team this year is pretty strong. They have the technical skills, and hope they'll do us proud.
Excellent, and I hope they will too. So as you know, LC is obviously leading this encounter 9-5.
Yes.
So BC obviously trying to set that to rights, but in your books you're hoping that it will be a 10-5.
Oh yes, definitely, and I think they can do it.
Awesome. So have you continued with your hockey after you left school? Were you able to continue?
No, actually, did play some club matches, but after that we had to stop. Yeah.
Awesome. But it's good to have you guys coming back and supporting your schools, and ensuring that you are there to support the old red and white, as it were. And we are hoping that LC will be able to pull off another win this year.
Definitely, yes. We're rooting for them.
Excellent. Excellent. So overall, as you said, the standard has been very competitive, and you have a very strong team with players like Timanya in the side who have done really well. And I've seen her featuring over a couple of years in the first side. Yeah. Who are the other players to watch out for in this side that you know of?
So I think everyone here, our team is pretty strong. All of them are really good. So can't exactly give out names, but I would say Timanya has been pretty good. And then there's Sir Christine
Kristen, yes, that's right.
and
So-
Diane.
Yeah, so some really good players who will hopefully continue to play the game at the highest level, and that's what we hope, because we want to see the continuity in the game, in the women's game as well. So hopefully they'll be able to feature at a national level as well in the not too distant future.
Yes.
Awesome. So thank you so much for joining with us, Anishka, and thank you so much for sharing your insights about the sides as well. It's been a pleasure having you, and we'll be back with another guest spot as well. And we are here live at the 18th annual LCBC Hockey Encounter at the Police Park on quadrangle.lk.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot. That's it, and we are back live again, and UCLC once again managing to clear their ranks. It's good to see that the old guard is coming out and supporting the young chargers here at the LCBC.
It's so lovely to have old girls who have played hockey for their school come down and watch the youngsters play, give a bit of motivation, I would say. We come talk shows like us to talk about the history. It's such a huge pleasure. And hopefully we get more during the show, so do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay with us throughout this live comment till 6 in the evening.
That's right, and it's BC seems to be in the ascendancy actually. There seems to be a lot more of the areas where they seem to be having the attacking opportunities. The ability to inject the ball into the D and create those scoring opportunities seems to be at a higher level right now than LC. Although LC do have a strong side, as Anishka mentioned. Let's see what they can do. As I said, the long ball, the long clearance is one of the tactics that LC seems to be using to make their way into the BC half. As we see another attack being mounted there by the young lady Amisha Samarasinghe, but thwarted. I'm sorry, not Amisha Samarasinghe, Talia Di Fonseca, but thwarted at the center field area. As BC now try to mount another attack through Bhagya Fernando. Once again, that straight ball into the D. Well read there by the defender for LC. Visiti Abhiratna doing stirred in service and the left back position there. As you can see, it's been overturned, and BC now have a chance to mount yet another attack. Once again, the long ball, this time beating the defender. They have the opportunity now to get into the D. I believe that's young Hannah Daniel who is in charge of the ball, but unfortunately loses control of the ball, and she starts in a turnover to LC. You can see she tried to drag it on the reverse side as much into the D, but unfortunately raised the ball inside the D, which is considered a little bit of dangerous play, and there's a quick ball out again. And here come BC once more, making their way straight into the D. Yet again a quick shot on goal. Unfortunately it goes wide. I must say the LC goalkeeper has had a fair share of work to do in this match so far, Tehran.
Indeed, Tushar, both teams showing spectacular play at this encounter. I mean, LC trying so hard to score, Bishops having an impressive defense line. Just really excited about what's going to turn out to be for this encounter. And just to mention, Tushar, it's lovely to have all girls from both schools who come and chat with us and talk about this encounter, having to see these youngsters play and give some thought about this. And just to mention, Anishka back in 2016 has captained this team as well for Ladies College, which Bishops have won that year, I would say, Tushar. But it's really nice. Hopefully, anyone who's watching this hockey encounter right about now get motivated from both schools to try and play hockey and get to know about this. It's such a spectacular sport.
Yeah, that's right. These trophy matches or derby games, as they're called, are always the highlights of most of the school careers. Yes, it's always good to win nationals or national school games or Western Province or Colombo schools games. But it's actually these trophy matches that are the more fiery encounters, the ones that a lot of heart and soul is in these games, and it's good to have these continue. As you see, LC now a rare attack on the BC goal, but once again very physical game there as Maika Tennakon manages to clear it. Maika featured in the under 17 game as well for BC. Esther Daniel is able to now bring the ball up, but once again defended very well there by Timanya. She seems to be controlling the defense as well as the midfield. Unfortunately, she doesn't seem to have too many moving targets up front to hit. Timanya once again. Powerful hit into the D, resulting in a penalty corner. An unforced error there by the defender. No pressure on her at all. The moving forward was behind the goalkeeper as well. As you can see, she's pretty much isolated in the D, but manages to get the ball onto her leg, resulting in a penalty corner that goes the way of the BC side. Sorry, the LC side. So here come LC with a rare penalty corner opportunity.
LC so eager to score in this squad, I would say, Tushar.
Yeah, we are hoping that this won't be another scoreless draw, but number 20 for LC is about to make the injection. That's Sohania Dimel. The moving target would obviously be in the center, moved into the center, defended well, but another penalty corner deemed so by the umpire for a little bit of Hajibaji on a foul play there inside the D. LC now try to figure out what they want to do. Strategically, most of the time they seem to be targeting Timanya to receive the ball, and the distribution happens from there. And that seems to be the case again. Again, she receives it out wide, sends it down the middle, but not collected. There was an open shot opportunity there for the LC. Yeah, unfortunately, losing control. So BC get away scot-free from that opportunity as well. And here comes young Hannah Daniel to the loud cheers from the BC camp. Manages to eke out a free hit.
I would say that Bishops really holding their game today in terms of defense wise and counter attack in this game. My apologies. Whereas LC are like trying their level best to score against the defensive Bishops team.
Yeah, Ashali Patirana was about to take it, but the duties have now been taken over by Maika Tennakumun. Again, ball delivered, but unfortunately no one there to collect it. As you see, that very powerful hit there by Maika, but not collected. The last pass seems to be letting down both these sides. The ability to connect and collect it in the D is what is probably making them not have the impact that they should be having. And here come LC once again. Kiara passes the ball down the middle, intercepted, and BC try to mount another attack through Bhagya Fernando. She has the ball in hand, leaves it behind, and Maika Tennakon. Maika is the one who now has the ball and again delivers it towards the middle. Collected there Here's an opportunity on a shot on goal, and that is a score. BC are on the board. BC have been able to break the defense. Nobody covering that lady at the top of the D, and the goal is scored by.
Amazing score points right there from BC. The crowd goes wild here. Tushar, it's impressive cheers from the Bishopians who are here with us at the audience. Amazing play by the look at that.
Right, young Bhagya Fernando left unmarked at the top of the D, managing to evade the defender. Delivers a thunderbolt to the left top hand corner of the goal.
Impressive. There were Bishops who were waiting for this. They were waiting for this right moment, for the right shot. And right now, both teams are under so much pressure. And Bishops can really be happy about it. Now, hopefully, LC will come back.
Absolutely right. Somewhat justified for all the pressure they've been mounting. Now, LC have a mountain to climb to get back into the game. They are not giving up. They are coming at it as hard as they can to Kiara. Kiara is able to find her mate in Sohanya, but once again the BC defense is able to thwart that move. It's going to be a tough here, and that is the changeover end of the second quarter, and the score here is BC 1 LC nil at the 18th annual LC BC hockey encounter here at the Police Park, brought to you on Quadrangle Live. We are back live again. Taran, it's good to see that there has been a goal scored, because I'm sure it will liven up matters in the second half no end, as you will need to change their strategy and their tactics a little bit maybe now to counter it, perhaps have a little bit more of a forward thrust to their attack, bring some of their best players up as much as possible.
Indeed, Shana, as a replay showing right now,
yeah, there were many
the
opportunities.
LC defense was kind of in a pressure situation right there for the goalkeeper as well as the defenders alongside with her. So it's kind of like a wake-up call for the LCIs to get back in their game. And Bishopians can rest easy right now, knowing that the pressure is off their backs. But they have to stay calm and ready for the huge comeback LC is going to offer, I hope.
Indeed, Taran, and I think they have to really change the structure of their attack and figure out what they want to do. Perhaps move some of their better players, some of their more attacking players with greater skill sets up front, so that they have more chances of scoring. I think the key to them is they have not been able to trap the ball inside the D as much as BC have been able to, and that is letting them down. So the long ball is a great strategy, but you need to be able to trap the ball in the D in order to take the shot on goal. I think that's where LC now needs to focus on having some of their better ball handlers and stick work players inside that D to mount an attack.
So when we talk about team preparations, we've been preparing ever since the beginning of the year. We have a packed and very effective schedule. with practice matches and fitness sessions and so on. And as for team performance, we were placed second runners up at the East of Blue and Gold Hockey Sevens tournament this year, and in the cup category, and we are really proud of our girls. So our team has a lot of skilled and very talented individuals. This year, 7 of our girls were selected for the Colombo district team to represent both the red and blue teams in the inter-districts hockey nationals. One of our girls even was selected to represent Sri Lanka and were qualified for the Asian Cup. So this year we'll be hosting our 18th annual LCBC Hockey Encounter, and of course it wouldn't have been possible if not for our sponsors and our friends, family and so on. We are really excited to see what this year has to hold for us. Last year we managed to retain the shield. We're really excited to see what our team as well as Netra and her team have to hold for this year. And we hope to see all of you there in red at Police Park on the 28th of September from 1:30 p.m. onwards. Thank you. We would like to thank our principal, vice principal, sports coordinators and teachers in charge. A special thank you to both our coaches for all the support and dedication, for making schedules and to guiding our team into what we are today. We would like to thank our parents for all their love and support and for all the early morning wake-ups. A big thank you to our team, especially our seniors, for the love and support they give both Amani and I.
As LCBC is a much awaited event in our school calendar, the team has been preparing really hard for the past 3 to 4 months for the encounter with both fitness and training sessions. I think awaiting the encounter, the team has grown a lot together and we hope to give a really hard fight this year.
So when it comes to our team, we have both the senior and junior players. We have very experienced players and we have newcomers as well. But what we believe, our team communication and our supporting together makes us a strong team. And we believe that's our main point and our strength as a team.
As the LCBC Hockey Encounter is a much awaited event for not only the 2 teams but for the 2 schools as well. Both teams prepare for this encounter from the beginning of the year. And we've been keeping up this tradition for the past 18 years with the sportsmanship and the friendly rivalry between the 2 schools going.
We would like to thank our principal and our vice principal for their constant support and encouragement, and also our dedicated coaches and our teachers for their effort. And we would also like to thank our parents for always being there and supporting us throughout this journey.
To all our Bishopians and our supporters, see you on the 28th at the Police Park grounds to cheer us on.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
We are back live here at the Police Park with the LCBC Hockey Encounter, the 18th edition, and the sides have now changed over, and it's been an interesting game. I think they've thrown the game wide open with BC scoring towards the latter part of that first half, Taran.
Yeah, indeed, Tushar, such an impressive second quarter. Bishop's College scoring their first points for this entire encounter. I believe LC have something prepared in mind to put on a good show this third and fourth quarters, I believe, Tushar. So let's hope and see.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a drastic change in their strategy if they are to make any inroads in this, because what was their first half strategy really didn't seem to work for them. Let's see if there's been a shuffling of the order, if there's going to be any defensive changes or any people who are coming up in attack a lot more. As you can see, LC are trying to mount a quick attack once again. LC have the ball in the first part of the second half. See the number 11 again delivering it once again. The same hoodoo, the inability to trap the ball inside the D. A great delivery there from Kiara Nierepola, but nobody was able to trap that ball, and the person who was at that near post, Yenuli, could not deflect the ball as well. So that deflection style of hockey is much more suited to the AstroTurf terrain. I think for the grass court, they need to be able to play with a straighter stick and basically trap and pass. I think that's something that they really need to work on. So the game changes according to the surface as well. So I think LC would be best advised to try and adapt to that style of hockey as soon as they possibly can, because BC now have the ascendancy and it's all LC that has to be from here, because they really need to mount attack after attack to get through this BC defense as well.
Indeed.
They're trying their level best as we have a line ball from LC.
Right now, the only thing LC can do right now, Tushar, is to take it easy, play a safer game. And right when the moments when there's an opening, just take the shot, because right now BC with the point ahead, they will of course have up their game now in defense as well as attack right now, as you can see, and turnover.
Easily defended there. Very good bit of defending without getting in the way of the attacking player, ensuring that the ball was cleanly trapped and taken away from the attacking LC player there by the Bishopian left half. Once again, LC will try to deliver the ball in, and the umpire is ensuring that the supporters move away. They are in the danger zone. Any area which is behind the goalkeeper, behind the goal, is a danger area, because as I told you, it's a hard ball, and if it really is struck that hard, it could injure a player. So its umpires are ensuring that safety is being adhered to.
Indeed, as well as the safety, Tushar, I believe the distraction made to the goalkeeper is going to affect on this game so much. So it's best if the goalkeeper had a clear mind and less distraction when this game continues.
Yeah, so it's going to be another injection. I think Timanya is ready to deliver the ball. Quick hit in, but well read there by the Bishopian defense, and they come away with the ball once again. Kiara once again trying to make inroads into the BC half. Staunch defense there by Anika Tennakon, who has come into the play in the left back position. Once again the ball is delivered into the D, but not really in the trajectory where you can get a player to deflect it in. If you are going to be striking the ball, you need to be aiming at the far post from that right hand corner. That allows your players to move across the face of the D and get a stick on the ball in order to deflect it in. But it doesn't make any sense to hit the near post in that sense because there's lesser scoring opportunities. Here come LC once again. Kiara with the ball, trying to marshal the troops. Another ball into the D. Kiara seems to have taken over the midfield role, which was earlier being done by Timanya. As LC mount another attack and a very strong physical tackle there by Ashali Patirana. And here come BC. I believe that's Hannah Daniel.
A bit of physicality from both the players, I would say, Tushar, in order to just turn over that ball.
Absolutely
both players fighting over it. LC with a huge pressure in order to score. Yeah. Bishops with another huge pressure in order to save that scoring point.
Absolutely right. LC are trying their level best, but unfortunately losing control of the ball at crucial moments and affecting the turnovers at crucial moments, resulting in that there was another case of chopping the stick without hitting the ball, which was a foul play that you saw there. Yes.
Tushar, I just want to ask you, since you've been in this position countless times, playing as well as watching games, the league live commentaries, what would you do from LC's side with this massive, impressive defense from Bishop's coach? What would you do as captain or as a coach to the players? What would you ask them to do in case of game strategy or a game plan to change it up?
Absolutely interesting question, because you know what we have seen so far is they've changed their strategy of the long ball and they brought it to a level where they're trying to work it through the flanks. Earlier they were going down the middle as much as possible. Now they're trying to spread the defense, which I think is the right strategy, because once you have a single-minded strategy of delivering the ball down the middle, it's easy for the defense to just bunch up and make sure that the ball doesn't get through. But once you work towards the flanks, once you work towards the two sides, you can easily spread the defense and you get the defenders turning from side to side to ensure that the ball, they keep themselves between the goal and the ball, so that you can do that. So that I think the strategy is right. It's just that the final pass, the final trap inside the D is just not sticking right now for LC. I think that's where they are. From a strategic point of view, I think Mr. Bandara has got it right, but the ability for the players to execute it, as you see once again, a right flank attack, but very well defended there by BC. Calm, cool and collected in the center of the D. And here come BC once again.
Yeah, that's right, Tushar. Bishop's coach with an impressive defense at the moment. And if LC had just kept their players in the far, like you said, spread out division where the ball is easily passed instead of being interjected by another Bishopian player, I'm sure LC can have a huge opportunity to score.
Yeah, they can, because then you leave less room for the interception, as you rightly said. So there is a very, very little opportunity. And here come BC once again. BC is trying to defend. That's Anika. And seems to have been a pass that has gone all right. Captain Amani trying her best to inject some form of attack here. And Talia Di Fonseca sends the ball in. Unfortunately,
the umpire has blown the whistle for a reason, Tushar. That would have been epic.
Yeah,
otherwise, it would have been
a great start.
Yeah.
You need to have taken it back. That's what the umpire says. So Amani is having a little bit of a friendly discussion with the umpire. So the idea of that dotted line is that you need to take it outside of that if you are given something within the 16-yard area. So that's the reason that is, and I think Amani took it from inside there. So unfortunately the umpire caught on to that. Otherwise that would have been an interesting turn of events, with LC actually being able to net the ball. Here come LC once again. Checking very carefully with the umpire as to where the ball should be placed before they bring it into play. A very, very good hit there by that young LC player, Anya Aberatna. Umpire has made a call there. asking people to step off the field. I think it's people are, I think, in the keenness and in the intensity of the game, they've forgotten where the boundaries are as far as the players and the spectators are concerned. It's all good, all in good fun. Enthusiasm being brought to the fore. As yet another turnover. And Anika Tennakon clears the ball. Here comes Hannah Daniel once again. She has been instrumental in keeping the ball with BC, being able to mount attack after attack down that left flank. Has all the makings of a good left extreme. Is using her body very well to protect the ball from the oncoming defenders. And she now makes her way inside the D. Yet another penalty corner. You can see a tired set of LC defenders, and you see again the 5% battery. The central battery here is what they will look at. I believe their target should be the number 2 for BC. There you go, but not collected by that young lady. BC have another opportunity, yet another penalty corner, managing to get it onto the leg of the defending player to win another penalty corner. Once again, I think BC will be trying to look at Anika Tennakon as the target for this as well, because she seems to be the powerful hitter in this side.
Then of course this is where LC have to be really careful in terms of defense there, Tushar, knowing who they're going to deal with right now. And
and that's a second goal for BC. Very well played out there. I think it's pretty obvious that they are jubilated and elated. A great score, a very simple penalty corner ploy. Moved it out to the left corner there, and the shot on goal, I think that's either Esther Daniel or Bhagya Fernando. I'm not sure which one it is. But a great strike, and this now has really put the cat amongst the pigeons as far as this game is concerned for LC.
Impressive. All I can say is Bishops have really shown us what capabilities they have from the team. Such impressive teamwork, impressive strength, and that shot Tushar was amazing. Really like it's like a lightning speed.
Absolutely a clean strike there. It's good to see that kind of power hitting from the girls side from BC. Great goal, simple, well executed, and managed to now change the completion of the game completely. 2-0 it is to BC at the 18th annual LC-BC Hockey Encounter here at the Police Park, brought to you on Quadrangle Live. And I think now LC will be hard pressed to make a go of this game. Once again, you saw the same malady, the inability to trap the ball inside the D, which allows you the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, indeed, Tushar, you're absolutely right. It's going to be another double wake-up call for ladies to up their game at the moment, where that spread out, what you said, the spreading out of the players. Now at the defense-wise, right, here we go, another turnover right now. If only LC players can up towards the D. But all I can say is Bishop's College way over the game right now. Ladies have to be very careful.
Yes. That's another thundering clearance by Anika Tennakon there for BC. But LC have the ball. What can Timanya do as a senior player in this side to rally her troops? Can she inspire Amani and the team to greater heights? She sends it cross field, not the wisest option, leaving acres of space for the BC defense now to get around. Unfortunately, once again, illegal use of the body in defending the ball. So you can see that there is a lot for the LC side to do. They really need to push up a lot more in attack and need to work the ball a lot more. Coming up on the player within the 5 yard before the ball is played is the call. Nessie once again try to move it to the flanks to stretch the defense. Here she comes once again. Winning a penalty corner because they had not retreated the statutory 5 yards when the ball was brought into play. So a very smart bit of play there by the LC right winger.
Indeed. Now this is where players have to be really careful when they're giving away penalties. I would say, Tushar, it's a stressful game, stressful situation at the moment. Now LC can hopefully
and hit. So net result, the ball goes out of play. And hit. So net result, the ball goes out of play. I think Timanya should be better advised to take the shot on goal and hope for the deflection to come the way of one of her on-rushing attackers. The ball back just does not seem to be working for them at all.
Exactly, Tushar. I mean, from the penalty, the way the LCIs have been spread was kind of closed, where they had so much. The way the LCIs have been spread was kind of closed, where they had so much of room to pass the ball and get an even score. It's just that they have to. I think I hope the LCIs are not pressured right now, even though the score margin said they just have to calm a bit. Just like in rugby, football, any other sport, just have to be in a calm phase. You cannot be pressured in order to execute whatever game plan you have practiced. It gets very, very. That affects a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And AC have managed to trap this in midfield, and now they are trying to mount another attack. That's Chiara Nirapola delivers the ball back to the middle. Once again, easily defended by BC. And here comes BC on the counter. A little bit of a hack defense there by the number 16 for LC, hitting her own player, resulting in the ball being given over to BC as LC Kai once again to clear their lines. Nice little dodge there, little stick feint, very well done by that LC player. She keeps going, now releases the ball to her counterpart up front.
If only had that LC player a lot of support behind her, it would have been easy. Right, and this is where the speed and the endurance of the players come into show. All the way to for a turnover, to run back from the opposition all the way to your own goal, takes so much.
Absolutely, I think Minel trying her best to defend it, and the ball is deflected out of play. So it's a scrambling defense by LC at this point in time. Seem to be at a little bit of a wit's end. The ball is deflected out, not collected there by BC number 10. At all, but I don't think they'll mind keeping the ball at that end. Tirsha Pereira is the one who is there. And that is the end of the third quarter. And when third quarter comes to an end, BC is leading LC by 2-0 here at the LCBC 18th Annual Hockey Encounter at the Police Park. Brought to you by Quadrangle Live. We are back live for the last quarter of this match, the 18th annual LCBC Hockey Encounter here at the Police Park, brought to you by Quadrangle Live. Mountain to climb for LC, down by 2 goals against BC. Let's see how they manage this last quarter to run.
Yeah, indeed, Tushar. Hopefully LC have really woken up right now. This is the crucial quarter, really, really crucial right now. Bishopians have the upper hand right now. They're going to take it easy, I think, at this point. But maintain that defense-wise, Bishops are going to have a huge pressure over for that, whereas LC need to double up their game right now.
That's right, you saw one instance of that aerial ball being used, the very only instance in this game, as you see how it foxes the defenders because it takes out the on-rushing defender completely out of the picture. So great to see them trying those little tricks, maybe a little bit too late in the game, but they've been managed to eke out a penalty corner.
I mean, that aerial ball to show, it takes a massive amount of energy, power, muscle strength in order to get it to that further direction, I would say. I mean, that that really has to come with the training and the practice they've had with
right.
it.
The accuracy of it is also tantamount, and the rules around the aerial ball of how you can collect it even above your head if you need to be, and you can actually hit the ball above your head. Earlier there used to be a rule you couldn't bring the stick above your shoulder height, but that has also completely changed now. So there are certain innovations in hockey that allow for this kind of free-flowing game. As you see, LC trying their darndest to get in there.
Really trying hard now, this crucial quarter. It's getting a bit gloomy, I would say, Tushar, here at Police Park. Hope it doesn't come down raining.
Absolutely right. Looks like rain is imminent, and hopefully they will be able to get this last quarter in. I believe we will have a little bit of a downpour around the time that the award ceremony is going to take place, but hopefully the game itself will go on uninterrupted. As you see, LC again trying their level best to mount some kind of attack. As here comes Timanya. Kiara is calling for the ball. The ball is sent down the field. BC are able to clear it once again. Bhagya gets the ball across, but just not enough gas in the tank for that on-rushing player Esther Daniel to get to that pass. LC come away with it once again, trapped in midfield. As it's a little bit of back and forth in midfield here. And here comes Kiara Nierapola again. Definitely much more involved in this second half and in this last quarter. More than she was in the first half, which is probably one of the reasons why LC has some kind of ball up front. But once again, a good trap there, able to take it away. And here comes young Esther Daniel on the right flank for BC.
I also want to point out, Tushar, it's impressive communication between the Bishopian team right there. Oh,
yeah. There was another scoring opportunity. Goes a begin there for the Bishopians. And once again, you saw the difference when the ball is struck across the face of goal towards the far post. There are so many options for the attacking players to make contact with it. Whereas if that's a near post ball, that basically means there has to be just one player there to be able to tap it in. So the ability to move the ball across the face of the goal, you have 3 or 4 potential attackers who are able to reach that ball. That's something that LC have not been able to do, but you saw that done very well by BC at that point in time.
Yeah, right, Tushar. I mean, that really shows the communication level of the Bishopian team between the players in order to execute their game. Whereas for LC, they really need to up their communication, talk with the players, make sure that the game pad happens right around this last quarter.
Yes, a leg ball there by the BC player. Unfortunately, couldn't get away from the defending players. As here LC try once again to mount one more attack if possible. The ball is deflected off the foot of the Bishopian player there. And it's now been brought up by Anya Beratna. Once again, good ball, good pass, penalty corner. No, it's not. It's not a penalty corner. I'm sorry, the ball has been turned over. Once again, illegal use of the body in defending the ball, in protecting the ball, resulting in obstruction. The ball is given back to BC, and BC are now trying to mount yet another attack. Like I said, the risk of these attacks by LC, they have no choice but to bring their players up, which leaves them a little bit vulnerable at the back. So let's see how they manage it. Another long ball collected by the LC number 19. That's Yenuli. Yenuli is able to collect the ball.
Right now, LC is really lacking in support play, I would say, Tushar, because a single person cannot handle that ball alone. He needs to be passed in order to score a point, whereas Bishops have really showed that to us right now.
Absolutely. Another golden opportunity. The ball was struck across the face of goal. You can see the ball being there, but the deflection comes off the stick of the defender as opposed to the attacking player, resulting in a long corner.
Just have your thought on this, Tushar. To put you in this situation for the LC team right now. This is the last quarter. What would you do? You're in the hot seat right now. This is the last play.
Absolutely. I would just say bring as many of your players forward, just stretch that defense, make sure that they don't know where the ball is going. But I think they've also figured out who the playmakers are in this LC side. So they know that Kiara and Timanya are the players that they will probably be looking to go at. Yenoli has been trying valiantly on the left wing, but really not being able to collect those crucial passes at certain points in time. So I would say just press forward with all your best players at this point in time. You've got nothing to lose. I mean, you're 2-0 down anyway, and you're coming into a situation where you are able to even snatch one goal back. It will make these last few minutes of the game interesting. As LC come once again, the umpire insisting that the right position, the ball be placed in the right position, and they take the free hit. And here she comes, a great bit of skill there. Amazing to see. That's really nice to see that kind of skill being exhibited. You wonder where the skill level was in the earlier situations. I mean, perhaps this.
Indeed, it's a huge question right now. Where was the skill level in the first 3 quarters from both teams? Whereas LC has really shown us right now, but
here comes
hopefully
BC once again, a quick hit into the D once again, and penalty corner for BC.
Oh, this is a very dangerous situation right now for LC.
I'm guessing young Anika will be coming up at any given point in time. She's the strongest hitter in this side from what I know, from what I have seen. Yeah, there you see number 2, Anika Tennakon. My money is on the ball being injected to her, and another quick play. There it goes to Anika, not connected. Not collected at all, but she takes the hit once again. And that's a 3rd goal for BC. And that, I think, really puts this game to rest as far as they are concerned. A bit of a mishap at the penalty corner, but BC have been able to sound the board, or actually hit the back of the net one more time. A nice little chop that goes up and over the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Great work there by BC.
That was a sight to see, Tushar. The impressive passing from those 3 players. Pass, shot. No hesitation right there.
Absolutely right. And when you are in the ascendancy, it gives you that just that little bit more confidence to take the shot and make sure it counts. So it's great to see that BC have been able. It looks like it's going to be 9-6 as far as the tally is concerned, Tehran. The way this is going.
Really expecting the LC to give us a score indeed for all the hard work they have tried so much to get into the in order to get to the BC half.
That's right. So LC have been trying their best. I think they will really need to throw people into this penalty corner. They need to create more options, more batteries. Atemanya needs to take the shot on goal. The pass back has not worked for them in one single instance during the game.
Yeah.
So I would say just put it in and take that shot.
Let's just hope this is where LC makes the stand for that one shot. Hopefully they take your word, Tarush.
Well, first to take the shot, you need to collect the ball first. So she manages to let that slip under her stick.
Right now the players were...
And yet another attack is thwarted as BC come away with it once again. I think the intent was right. The right battery was aimed at, but Timanya just couldn't collect the ball at the top. Yeah. SC try their best once again.
Yeah.
Try to bring the ball up through the middle.
Right now just about support play and another turnover.
Yeah.
Impressive defense by Bishops.
Absolutely right. Anika has been a rock in defense for BC as far as this entire game is concerned. They have been able to read the patterns of play from LC very well and been able to cover all the angles and all the corners. And LC have let themselves down by not being, as I said, able to trap the ball at crucial moments. I I think that has been their downfall in this game. So the basics of actually netting the ball and trapping the ball have not been in display for LC, unfortunately, and I think that has been the reason for their inability to score in this game.
Right now, it's a huge fight in order to turn over that ball right now.
Is there one more goal left in this match?
Because you can see already, Tushar, there's already a huge support play from Bishops at this point of the ground, whereas the majority of the LC team are still here, whereas there are a few players on towards the other side. In case for a turnover, it's less support.
That's right. So there's very little opportunity for a quick counter attack because there are not many players forward in those positions. They are in a bit of a defensive mindset at this point in time. And if you look at the number of players back defending versus attackers, here's another opportunity, another golden opportunity for BC. Unfortunately, comes off the leg of the player. Tirsha couldn't really control that ball, and LC tried their level best to get the ball out. Just slipping out of her control. Quick ball in. Another opportunity, very poor shot there. Could have put a little bit more power into that.
Oh.
Could have pushed it. Unfortunately, that's a missed hit.
A missed hit, yes.
Yeah. Missed hit, which is also illegal. So that net result. BC now have the ball. And they are coming up with it with Bhagya Fernando. Bhagya moves it across the face, tries to fade back onto her right side. Does a little bit of a reverse chop, doesn't find any headway into the D, and LC come away with it, moving it out to the right. Here comes Kiara.
Right now it's LC's play. Right now she only needs the support that she needs already for that shot.
Here comes LC once again through Kiara. They really need to move the ball as fast as they can to the other end of the field in order to have any chance whatsoever. Once again, a very poor hit that has let them down once again at crucial moments. Not enough power, didn't connect, was a bit too rushed in her attempt to do that, and Anika now shows how it's done. Powerful hit down the field.
Such an impressive hit, but there was no one there to receive it for LC.
I know the game plan seems to be a little bit short right now. They are just
Really
clearing their lines.
Right.
They are not. There's no pattern to the play at the moment in time. It seems to have kind of deteriorated. They seem to have lost a little bit of that fire that they had coming into this game. It's good to see that BC are in the ascendancy once again as LC try their level best to somehow mount a counter from here, but BC seem to have control of the ball. Good bit of defensive work there. The reverse flick very well intercepted, and here comes the young lady from LC all the way from the back, really making a go of it. Cleared out by the BC players. Safety first, moving in, making sure that the ball goes out of bounds. Nothing fancy, nothing really to show for it, but a great run there from the back by the fullback for ladies. I think that's the kind of fire and gumption that you need at this point in time. Here comes Kiara once again. Manhandled off the ball. The physicality of this BC side is now apparent, as you can see. They seem to be able to have the ascendancy over the LCites as far as the physical play is concerned, as the ball is now sent down the middle. Quick ball, a quick push down. That's a really good pass. Unfortunately, should have trapped that, should have kept it with her. And that brings to a close the game here. The 18th annual LC-BC encounter, the hockey match, resulting in a 3-0 win for BC, bringing the tally up to 6 for BC, and it's still 9 for LC.
Impressive game here, Tushar. Bishops quite really deserve this win. The impressive game that they have played throughout this entire encounter for the under-19 team. Impressive is all I can say. Ladies College, tough luck, better luck next year. Just to learn on some of those key mistakes that that's made right now. But Bishop's College really deserve the win right here. It's all yours.
Absolutely right. A jubilant set of supporters from BC invading the pitch, waving the purple and gold flags as they really are cherishing this moment. So here at the Police Park, it has been a thrilling match, but ultimately BC walk out winners in the first 11 encounter. 3 goes to considerations for the last year players for LC, I believe. There's a lot of cheering each other up, ensuring that they are not as crestfallen as they seem to be. It's lovely to see the camaraderie out there, the friendship between the sides, the way they are wishing each other. Seems the old girls are the ones who are the most enthralled by all of this, Taran.
Indeed, indeed. As you can see, the spectators, the old girls, the teachers, the parents, the youngsters, all they are the ones who are most excited about this victorious from Bishop's College. And you can see just pure energy, pure enjoyment from Bishop's College and audience spectators. Me and Tushar have actually seen quite a spectacular game here. Whereas for Ladies College, they have to work it out for next encounter next year.
Yeah, it is indeed. I think the spirit of the game is very much alive, and it's good to see that they are congratulating each other, moving towards. And my good friend Sashika Kure must be elated and over the moon at the performance of his Chargers as far as their fitness levels are concerned. They were in the game right till the very end. The stamina and the tenacity they showed, the physicality of the game that they brought onto the field is something to be credited to Sashika, I believe.
Yes, indeed, Tushar. The impressive energy, the fitness level from the Bishopian team, all credits to the fitness coach, Mr. Sashika Kure, and as well as for the other coaches in order for Bishops to pull out this event. Impressive play.
Absolutely right. And I think we have a little bit of a highlight package for you here to see what went on in that whole game. You see the Bishopians mounting attack after attack after attack, and finally being able to breach the LC defense with some spectacular hitting and great shots. So many shots going wide, but that was, I think, the straw that started that whole slide. They were able to clear that and the aerial ball. So that was the second goal that we saw being scored by BC. And the final goal, of course, is something to be cherished as well. Another great shot of a penalty corner, a fair penalty corner. So net result 3-0 victory for BC here at the Police Park, Tehran.
Yes, indeed, Tushar. From the beginning, the Ladies College had a bit of fire in them in the first 2 quarters, but then Bishop's College got back in their game from that scoring point in the second quarter. Right now, it's Bishop's victory, and let's give it a huge round of applause to them.
Yes, indeed. As you see the long shots of the spectators on the field, sharing time with them, and here it comes. We are at the end of our broadcast, and we'd like to say
why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education? You deserve the best. Fast track your education with UCL's Foundation Program and complete your degree at top-ranked universities like Monash in Australia, Dalhousie in Canada, Central Lancashire UK, or NCC UK.
UCL, where excellence thrives.
Why settle for less when it comes to your education?
Hosted by Ladies College, and we invite the principal of Ladies College to please come forward and address the gathering.
A very good evening to all of you. And first of all, congratulations Bishop's College for winning the 18th annual LCBC encounter. And well done Ladies College, truly proud of the game you played. Thank you girls. Looking at hockey, I was not a hockey player, but hockey was played, I understand, as far back as 4,000 years ago by the Egyptians and some form of it by the Romans and all kinds of things, and finally by the English, the present version in private schools. And actually, they say that there are 30 million hockey players around the world, and 51% of that are girls. So you belong to that 51%. And actually, though it was an Olympic sport in 1908, girls got to play, I understand, in 1980. And this time, this year being in an Olympic year, watching hockey, which I love to watch though, the thing that struck me about it was there were two pairs of sisters in two teams. In the Japanese team, the Nagai sisters were 3-time Olympians, and in the USA team, the Birdie sisters were also part of the hockey team. And then it made me realize that here we are, two sister schools. We have much to celebrate because this year we had two of our hockey players representing the Sri Lanka team. So LCBC hockey has definitely contributed to our nation. Well done, girls. So I really want to thank our chief guest, Miss Rosemary Langakone, who has flown down here from Australia. Thank you, Rosemary. It has been such a pleasure to get to know you. And she has been a great sportswoman in her day. She vice-captained the LC hockey team, captained her university's team, played for Sri Lanka, got colors and many accolades. She represented athletics, netball, but that was not all. As all of you know in our two schools, she went on to be a strong professional with an honors degree in design from the University of Moratuwa, and then went on into a strong career here at MAS and now in Australia. So thank you very much, Rosemary, for joining us. It is truly a privilege and honor. And thank you for adjusting the dates because you had to change your travel dates from 21st to 28th. It was not easy. Thank you so much. Encounters don't just happen, girls, and we are truly grateful. I know though we are hosting it, I have really relied on my good friend and as I call my younger sister, Miss Shamali at Bishop's College. Shamali, I always feel blessed having you there at Bishop's College to sound things off, to lean on you, and I confess, I'm truly the proud older sister, seeing the amazing things that you do at Bishops. So thank you for all of what you do and are to me and to Ladies College. And Krishnika, you have been a quiet source of calmness with all Shamali's enthusiastic cheering, especially since I didn't have our vice principal Ranvali, who is presently in Japan with some of our science students on a special program and missing this whole encounter. So Krishnika, I enjoy your love of music and being the person you are to us at Ladies College. And thank you, BC Hockey, for actually hosting us to a beautiful tea. Thank you for your graciousness and your hospitality. We really didn't feel like leaving, and it was wonderful to see you girls really, connect and become friends even before the game. Thank you, BC Hockey coaches. Dinesha, it's lovely to see your constant face over the last decade. And of course, Ruchira, your constant support. LC Sports, how can I ever thank you for all that you have done to organize this encounter here at Police Park under tough situation. Dilko, you are our bedrock. You have brought back to LC high standards of values, making sure we are disciplined, we uphold integrity and fairness and all that is good which we value at LC. Thank you for your spirit, thank you for your hard work and all that you do for us. And of course, to our teachers in charge, Miss Padmi, Miss Maliti. You have had many challenges, personal and at school, putting this encounter together for the first time. I know it was not easy. Thank you for not giving up, and thank you for really doing your part. Also, there were many others, teachers and staff. Thank you, Anushka, thank you, Vidyani and our facilities team, and everyone else who contributed to our teachers who announced or whoever else I may have missed. To our coaches, Mr. Bandara and our old girl, Ishanka, thank you for really keeping the spirit of hockey and the love of the game up for our children. We do really appreciate all your work. I know there are so many people to thank, and parents, thank you for your courage and for shuttling kids, whether it's bishops or ladies. It's never easy, but thank you for all the support you give each of our schools in this sport. Now girls, just to conclude, keep the bigger picture in mind, as I have said in my message, right? I'm truly proud of all of you LCites because, as I just said, out of the 16 sports we have at Ladies College, in 10 sports you have represented Sri Lanka and you have captained Sri Lankan teams in 2 sports. I have much to celebrate and I'm amazed at what you do. But stay humble and stay there for each other through life. I know you're called to be rivals on the field, but I challenge you to be friends on the field. And bishops, I really have to say we are there on the sidelines cheering the accomplishment of having a Bishop's College old girl being our Prime Minister of this country. So congratulations once again, and God bless, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ms. Dasanayaka, for those lovely words. We now invite our chief guest, Ms. Rosemary Ilangakoon, to share a few words.
Thank you so much. Right, I'll just keep.
I extend my heartfelt thanks for the warm introduction. Mrs. Dasanayaka, the principal of Ladies College, along with Ms. Gunatilaka Hera and Ms. Galbadage, the principal and vice principal of Bishop's College, officials, coaches, teachers, parents, all girls, supporters, and most importantly, our incredible young athletes. Good evening. It is an absolute honor to stand before you today as a chief guest at this thrilling hockey match between Ladies College and Bishop's College. Today is a celebration not just of a match, but a spirit of a sportsmanship and friendship that unites us. I want to take a moment to congratulate each and every player that was on the field today. What we witnessed today is a result of countless hours of dedication, teamwork, and passion. Each pass we saw today, each tackle, and every goal is a testament of your hard work and determination. You should be immensely proud of yourselves. So my journey with hockey began quite unexpectedly. Nixon, my house, it needed a goalkeeper. So when I said yes, not realizing that this decision would lead me to a line by the principal of Ladies College at the time, Mrs. Wickramasinghe, my teachers who went over and above to cover all my lessons that I missed while I participated in the tournaments, especially during my A-levels, and my friends who gave me their notes to refer, allowed me to balance my studies with my passion for hockey. And of course, my coach and teammates turned hockey into an unforgettable experience filled with joy and learning. Watching you girls play today took me back to 2005, when I shared the field with many of the remarkable old girls who are here today. The energy and sportsmanship I witnessed were reminiscent of those cherished moments. You kept me on my edge of my seat. I think the principal of Bishop's College witnessed it. And I was compelled to remind myself that I needed to compose myself, and that was not an easy task. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the coaches and teachers who have guided both teams. To parents and supporters, your enthusiasm and support are what makes this event so special. Your cheers and encouragement from sidelines create an environment where the athletes can thrive. Your presence here today means more than you can imagine to the team. To Ladies College, remember that your effort and spirit are what truly matter. Each match is a learning experience, and today was no different. Your determination that we carry forward. Thank you all for making today a truly memorable occasion. Here's to many more hockey encounters between Ladies College and Bishop's College, filled with lessons, laughter, and joy. Keep striving, keep supporting each other, and continue to nurture your love for the game. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Ilangakon. We will now commence the awards ceremony. We invite Ms. Deepika Dasanayaka to please come forward and present the Under 17 awards.
Just one thing I want to add. Miss Sandeepa, thank you very much. I know you were even on the grounds till 11 last night. So thank you so much for the sacrifices you made.
The Under 17 match was thrilling and ended in a draw. Please cheer for both teams as they receive their medals. I will call the Bishop's College Under 17 team. Captain Netra Mukesh Shankar. Maika Tenakun, Hannah Daniel, Amisha Samarasinghe, Ira Wadud, Nisara Vikramanayaka, Amna Ilyas, Tessara Karuna Ratna, Samiha Al-Ayed, Alina Fauzi, Sehasa De Silva, Dinara Kumar, Ananya Silva, Liniksha Basakaran, Ruhara Fernando, Tirsha Pereira, Crystal Kapugama, Inakshi Bopiararachi, Shanuki Dizoiza, Danara Jayavira, and we now call up the Ladies College Under 17 team, Captain Amani Imran, Anya Aberatna, the Vice Captain, Pranali Brito, Ranika Pathirana, Minel De Fonseca, Saraya De Silva, Tisumi Karuna Tilaka, Joanna Ilam Bharati, Nulandi Karya Wasam, Danika Veeratunga, sorry. Let's give all our under 17 players a big round of cheer. And I invite both captains to come forward to receive the under 17 championship shield.